So hello and welcome everybody. Thank you for being here live, and if you're watching the replay, welcome as well.
Welcome.
To our short exploration about the X39 patch. Oh, I should have had my little envelopes here. Oh, here they go. You can see I'm wearing mine here today. You don't need to wear it in a place where people see it, but I've just plonked it on there today given we've got this session, and this is the product that we're going to be exploring.
Exactly. I've got mine on the back of the neck.
I like the official spot, well, not the official spot,
No.
but one of the official spots. So I'm just going to start by sharing.
There you go.
There we go. Sharing our screen. So the magic of this little Band-Aid is that it naturally rejuvenates our mind and our body using our body's light. So X39 is recognized by the FDA as a general wellness product. It's a patented technology, and we'll look at the patent as we go through this conversation. And within the patch is a unique formula of organic amino acids, salts, and sugars in a particular lattice structure that reflects light back into the body. It's non-transdermal, which means there are no drugs, no chemicals, no hormones, nothing actually in the patch goes into your body. So unlike a hormone patch or a pain patch or a nicotine patch, where they are transdermal, they do go from the patch into your body, nothing from the patch goes into your body other than a reflection of your own light, which is bounced back from the unique lattice structure. The patch itself is made from medical grade plastic. It's a hypoallergenic adhesive. 1 in 10,000 people might be allergic to it. If they are, that's fine. You can take it off the body and stick it to your shirt and it will still work. So, but most people are not going to have any problem with the actual adhesive. All the clinical trials and studies, there have been over 80 clinical trials of all of the LifeWave patches. There is a 96% effectiveness rate. Now, that's based on blood analysis, urine analysis, and other biofeedback measures that show that the body does respond when you wear this patch. Now, whether or not you feel it immediately is a whole other conversation. We'll be looking at that as we go through. And there is no other product on the market like X39. Yes, there are other patches around, but there is nothing that does what X39 does, which is to naturally regenerate and reactivate your body's stem cells. And there are no patches on the market that actually work with the same mechanism that X39 does, which is why it can be patented, because you won't get a patent on a product if something else is already doing it. So this is a unique product. And just to be clear as we start this conversation that LifeWave products are designed to support overall wellness, but not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. We're presenting here really for educational purposes. So if you've got health concerns, always check with your doctor or your health professional first. We're sharing information, personal experiences, and stories, and it's not intended to replace medical advice. So what I found fascinating when we first started using this little patch back in March in 2024 was that my body was already using light to create changes, which I didn't realize. I knew about light therapy, but I didn't really know that I was already doing it every time I went out into the sun. So what happens when we go out into the sun hits our skin, and that triggers a natural process that boosts our body's production of vitamin D. That's phototherapy, or the long word for it is photobiomodulation, or light therapy. And it's the same thing. X39, when it hits your body, it doesn't actually need the sun because our body's heat is the activator. It activates natural systems in your cells using the light and heat of your body to generate change. So what I'd like to do now is just play a very short 3-minute or 2-minute, I think it is, video that'll give you a quick overview of light therapy, the patches and how they work. And then we'll dive down into a little bit more detail to unpack that to make it even clearer. And then we're going to finish off with about 5 minutes where we'll share with you how you can get started. And if you're interested in sharing these with others, you're interested in the business opportunity that goes along with these patches, if you want to, then we'll share some information about that as well. So grab your popcorn and let's have a look at the video.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light that can promote a general state of health and healthy activity unique to each LifeWave patch. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared energy emitted from the body is reflected back into the body and then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative energy and enhances your ability to live well without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals. LifeWave. Live long, live well.
And just as you saw in that video, just to summarize, is that the patch reflects your own body's light back. And what that does, it increases GHKCU, which is a copper peptide in the body. And that's one of the most important proteins in the body, because once that is stimulated, that helps with pain relief. It increases your energy, increases mental clarity, improves your sleep, increases collagen, which again is one of the most important proteins in the body, reduces inflammation, aids in wound healing, which is so important. That decreases as you get older. It reduces stress and activates your stem cells. And that is one of the keys that GHKCU does. It activates your own stem cells so that you can begin your rejuvenating process much faster.
And actually, just on that, I was on a phone call this morning with someone, and she's been patching for 3 months. No, might only actually be 2 months. And I said, how are you going with it? And she said, oh, I'm sleeping so much better. And she said, my brain fog has gone. She said, I've actually got my brain back. And she's noticing she's had back pain and has had back pain for a long time. She said, I'm down to 10% of the pain in my back that I used to have. So, you know, this is the power of naturally elevating the body's copper peptide, as you said, you know, and it's interesting, look at that list for you as you're watching this. Which of those would you tick saying, oh, I'd like a bit of a shift in that. I'd like a bit more clarity. I'd like a bit more quality of sleep, less stress. So yeah, it's a copper peptide is amazing, isn't it?
It is extraordinary, and it does so many things. And as I was saying, that it increases or it activates your stem cells. So your stem cells become dormant or go dormant as you age. And so when you increase your copper peptide, they start producing again in the body. Your stem cells reset to a younger and healthier state. Your stem cells can start to repair and to regenerate, which is such a key to your body, just like when you were younger. And as Mary was saying at the beginning of this conversation, that it's a patented product. And as you can see here, that the patent is for the activation of stem cells. So it's an improvement in strength, improvement in stamina, and improvement in pain relief via a non-transdermal container. And this non-transdermal container elevates level of the copper peptide GHKCU in the body. Ooh. I've still got another slide. As you age, your stem cells mutate and go dormant, causing body aches, organ challenges, wrinkle, and grey hair, i.e. old age. By the time you're 35, you've lost over 50% of your own stem cell activity.
Which is amazing, isn't it? Because you don't think of 35 as old age.
No, you're still...
As far as your stem cells are concerned.
Yeah, 35, I'm still thinking I'm full of beans. Although I'm 66 there, and I'm still full of beans. By 60, you lose almost 90% of your stem cell activity. So they're dormant, they're sleeping, they're just having a little quiet nap. So healthy stem cells are how we naturally heal.
So I always love looking at before and after shots and pictures, because I think it's a great way to see what we're talking about here in this kind of more theoretical way. So look at this one. This is a woman, 62. First picture was January in 2022. Then what's that, 6 months, 7 months later? Look at the difference in the wrinkliness of her chest.
That's the collagen that's starting to increase.
Yeah. And when we sent out the email for today, we showed a before and after of someone's arm who'd been patching for months. And again, the difference in collagen. Now, collagen is fascinating because it's not just that it's important for our skin and our wrinkles. It's not a vanity thing. Almost every organ in the body uses collagens for it to be structurally sound, for it to function the way that it needs to. So things like wrinkles disappearing, hair getting thicker, nails growing faster are all indicators of your body naturally increasing the internal collagen, which means that's also going to be having an impact on the health of your organs. So collagen, which I didn't realize this at the start, it's a much more important substance than just wrinkles.
And it's the X39 that is doing this far more effectively than potentially any other
taking a supplement
that you can do based on Harvard studies.
So inflammation, which we've also talked about, this is a great before and after picture. The picture on the left, you can see around that thumb joint area, a lot of red and orange, and which would indicate inflammation. It might be arthritis, it might be painful. After just holding this patch, not even putting it on, just holding the patch for 30 minutes, you can see how those inflammatory colors have dropped. Now, over time, what would happen is that would continue to ease the discomfort in that area. And in fact, I used to have a sore thumb. I think it might be too much mousing on the computer. And so I just used to put my X39 patch there I did it maybe for a few weeks. It's not an issue now. So it's amazing how fast our bodies can change. And of course, for each of us, it'll be different. It'll take a different amount of time. Hair growth is another one that people comment on a lot. Again, an indicator of our system becoming younger, because losing hair and thinning of hair is an indicator of age. And I love the story behind these two pictures. This guy, apparently he'd been wearing it for 6 months, and he said to his wife, "Oh, I'm done. I can't feel anything. Nothing's happening. I'm not going to keep wearing it." And she said, "Oh, hang on." Got the camera, took the photo on the right. She'd cleverly taken a photo of him at the start of the 6 months. When he saw how much his hair had grown back, he went, "Oh, okay, I'm going to keep wearing it." Brain mapping is also interesting. So this is this whole thing about brain fog, feeling hyperactive, feeling scattered. In this first image, before she started wearing X39, this 67-year-old massage therapist, you can see lots of red, very inflammatory, what the researchers described as a hyperactive brain. After 3 weeks, those colours were starting to shift. And after 6 weeks, all those greens and blues, the cooler colours, again, the researcher said that's what would indicate a calm brain. So lots of different levels of things changing. And this is really interesting, I think. This guy, after 7 months, he looks like his younger brother in the second picture. He was patching for a knee issue. And look at the overall change. Looks like less inflammation, possibly less wrinkles. His eyes look brighter. And this is the magic of when we reactivate our stem cells, our whole system begins to reset. So we'll talk about how you wear the patch, and the power of this is it doesn't really matter where on your body you put it. Your stem cells will go to work, and they will go to work where your body needs it most. So presumably he had an improvement with whatever the knee issue was, as well as all of these other things. But sometimes you'll find you patch and you think, well, this is where I'd like it to change. You don't notice that immediately, but something else will shift because your body is saying, okay, I'm going to rally these stem cells for rejuvenation and healing to this area because this really is where the activity needs to be happening. So
what you can expect from wearing the X39 patch. Within the first few days, 4,000 genes, or 1/3 of your genome, begins to reset to a younger, healthier state. Within 6 weeks, as we just saw on that video, your brain begins to balance, so that inflammation becomes reduced within the brain. Within 3 months, collagen is increased, which is where you start to notice things, your nails and your hair and everything else is growing really quickly.
But also in the organs, that would be having an effect, which we may or may not.
In the organs and the
notice.
joints all around the body,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. And within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. And so there are studies to support this, so that your heart reverses in age. In order for that to occur, you have to begin to imagine that things are starting to change internally within your body. So as Mary was saying, you can put the patch anywhere. In the clinical studies, they needed to put the patch in 2 places just for the studies, which is on the back of the neck at C7. So stick the patch to either of these points on your body, or patch the pain. And so 2 fingers below the belly button is where you put it. You wear it for 12 hours, then take the patch off and throw it away. And that is a really important piece, because your body needs also that time. Once it's been rejuvenating and putting all the stem cells in, your body needs that little time to rest and repair. So make sure you 12 hours on and then 12 hours off. Apply a new patch the next day and give yourself at least 3 months to really see the benefit. And really 90 days is not that much time at all. A really key in this is to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water with electrolytes. And electrolytes are important because they also, the cells need that electrolytic, electric energy to hydrate themselves. So you can use Celtic sea salt to enhance the patch's effects, or whatever other electrolyte you like to use. Sometimes you can get a detox reaction from the patches when you begin. If you do, then you get a bit of a headache or feel a little funny in the tummy. Just take the patch off and just start for 6 hours a day or 3 hours a day, however your detox reaction is. Just give yourself that space, and you can reuse that same patch the next day. You can reuse that again, and you will find, pretty much generally the next day, the detox is, your body's able to deal with it.
And one of the other things about the 12 hours on, 12 hours off that's really interesting and is particular to phototherapy is that after about 12 hours, your body will stop responding to the frequency signaling that's coming from the patch. It'll just tune out, a bit like, drinking coffee, caffeine. The first few times you drink coffee, you really feel it. After a while, your body doesn't seem to notice quite so much. So it's really important to take the patch off so that your body can reset. It'll do that, as you were saying, that repair and rejuvenation the rest of the time. And then next time you put the patch on, it'll go, oh, hello, okay, I know what to do now. And the whole process will begin again. So very easy, patch the pain or patch on those 2 points. All right, so that's the main information about the patch and how it works. If we've got any questions, you can pop them into the chat now. And otherwise, no. All right, we'll keep going. So what we'd like to share with you now is a little bit more about the inventor, David Schmidt, and the company, but also how, if you want to start to experience these changes for yourself, how you can get started. So David Schmidt is the inventor and the founder of LifeWave. He created these patches. He began over 20 years ago working for the US government, creating a patch that was designed for the Navy SEALs to help them naturally maintain their energy levels when they were doing,
30 to 40 hour
stints in submarines, living on caffeine and amphetamines and other coffee and other uppers. The government thought that's not a good idea. And so David actually invented the first patch, the energy enhancer patch, that naturally elevates our body's energy. Now, interesting timing, it was around just after he'd invented it, 9/11 happened, the government pulled the funding from that program. He was an independent company contracting to the government, and so he was able to keep the technology. In 2008, he began really intensively to focus on stem cell research, and he holds over 150 patents in total, and a lot of those are in rejuvenation and regeneration of the body. The X39 patch was launched in 2019 after 10 years of research and over $4.5 million put into it. And it took the company's revenue from $20 million a couple of years later all the way to $430 million in the next year. So the growth of the company because of this patch has been exponential. And in fact, they're on track. Last year was a $600 million year. They're on track now there for 2025, assuming they're going to hit $1 billion. You don't make that kind of money if you have a product that doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a great testament to the, obviously, the stability of the company, but also to the quality of the product. Over 80 clinical trials back the patents and these products. And the company also has a really lovely philanthropic approach. They give back to an ocean cleanup project. They partner with the Red Cross and more. So from our perspective, you know, we would only really want to align with a company that had values and a view that was in alignment with ours. And so David Schmidt and LifeWave tick all of those boxes for us. So if you want to get started, there's a couple of ways. You can be a retail customer and pay $150 for a month's worth of supply. This is called a sleeve and it comes with 30 patches, but no one's going to do that. The next option is what they call a preferred customer, and that's $99.95 for a month's supply. To get that discount, you need to have an auto ship set up, and which is for that one supply each month. It brings the cost of the patch down to a cup of coffee a day, $3.33 US a day, plus shipping and handling. But really the most effective and the cost-effective way is to open up what's called a wholesale account. Now you can do this either as just a customer, or if you are the kind of person who says, well, I naturally want to share this and I'm happy to get a few reward dollars back from the company, these accounts, or also known as brand partner accounts, are the way to go. So there's the core pack, which gives you 3 sleeves of X39 for $295. That's a one-off cost. Your patch price comes down a little bit with that. Your next order after that, which you might not put in until month 4, is just for that $99.95. So $295 up front, you've got your packs, and this is great for one person who says, I want to give this 3 months and see what happens. If you need your own proof, the core pack is a great way to go. The advanced pack is $535, and for that you get 6 sleeves or 6 months supply of X39. Again, the price comes down to under $3 a day. And the advanced pack is really, in some ways, a great value place to start, particularly as a couple, because it will either give you 3 months each of X39 or 2 months each, but you'll have a couple of spare sleeves that you can start to share patches with others. And I don't know how many people we have in our team who have said, no, I just want to use it for myself. No, I'm not interested in sharing. I'm not interested. And suddenly they're going, this is amazing. I cannot not tell people that I love and care about this patch. So the advanced pack is a really fabulous way to come in. You're saving money up front. And again, then your monthly order is going to be just 1 or maybe 2 sleeves of X39 to follow on from that. And then the premium pack is really the one for people who are serious about creating a business and creating an income stream, or if you're a practitioner. So you've got lots of packs on hand. You could be selling them wholesale. You buy them for the $2.91 a day. You're selling them to people for $5 a patch a day within your clinic. That's a great way to go as a premium. So with either of these core, advanced or premium pack, you've got the potential for referral bonuses and more if you start sharing. And as I said, you probably will.
Yeah.
And all you need to have either the preferred customer pricing or these wholesale accounts is $99.95 a month. Now, if you want to really start to unlock the rewards plans, you want to have 2 sleeves of X39 a month. So that's only $190 a month. So again, very cheap to stay active if you're wanting to use the make some money back from the company, but you don't need to. Just $99.95 a month and you are active in the business. There is also another option where you can get started for just $125. So if you're looking at these 3 accounts and going, I'd really love to start sharing, I'd love to get some rewards money back, I can't quite stretch to $295 at the moment, get in touch with us or the person who invited you to today's session, and we can help you get started for even less. So the company rewards in 4 different ways. We're just going to look at 2 of the key ones today. The one is customer sales. So if you have a core, premium or advanced pack every time someone buys a sleeve of X39 through you, so they set up their own customer account, but under your umbrella, LifeWave will pay you $20 US. So you only need 4 or 5 customers to be covering the cost of your own X39 sleeve of patches each month. So customer sales coming in and having customers buy from you when you've got a core, advanced, or a premium is a fabulous way to go. The other is the binary cycle, and this is really about team rewards. And we do have a video you can see down here, this tiny URL.com/X39 rewards. There's more detail on this, but just as an overview, if you start with that $125 plan that I mentioned as an option, and you help 4 people that you care about come in and start using X39 and experiencing the benefit of the patches in the same way that you are, starting as a 125 or core premium advanced, you can go anywhere from just covering the cost of your patches to earning from $100,000 to $25,000 per week from your own activity and the team's activity. And all you're building is 2 teams. So anyone who has been in network marketing or direct selling before, you may know that a lot of businesses, they have you've got lots of teams, and every week, whatever your volume or your points in that team, they disappear and you have to start from scratch. LifeWave doesn't work like that. Your points don't disappear, and you're only building 2 legs. And the magic of this is you're rewarded for the people that you are introducing and their purchases, but you are also being rewarded for the people that they introduce and the people that they introduce and the people that they. So these 2 legs can grow to infinity. I always feel like Buzz Lightyear's infinity and beyond. Can go to infinity through your efforts and activity, but also through the people below you, some of whom you may never know. Now, as it says at the bottom, LifeWave makes no claims regarding income. The success will depend on your skills, your effort, but this is the potential of the LifeWave business side of it. So if you're interested in this, we love it because, yes, it's another income stream for us, but it's also, we just keep getting emails or having conversations like I had this morning with people pretty much every day, sharing with us how this has made a difference in their life, the difference of their health, their well-being, their mental clarity, improvement in quality of relationships because people are happier and more relaxed. So it's a beautiful journey to be on.
And the space of sharing and community, more so than anything, it's just been one of the most amazing things, just how people love to share regardless of where they are. But they're in LifeWave, and LifeWave is the whole. And they're so happy to share and to support you and nurture you in any way.
Yeah,
it's just fantastic.
It's the ethos of the company is all about collaboration rather than competition.
Exactly.
And within our team, we're called the Your Light Therapy team. We've got trainings, we've got support, we've got resources. So, we love the fact that we're all growing and sharing and shining brighter and making the world shinier and brighter together. So the question then becomes for you, which of these areas that we looked at before would you like a shift in? And also, who do you know from conversations you have from friends of coffee, from family members, who they tell you that they've got these issues, that they're dealing with a wound that won't heal, they're dealing with feeling foggy and unclear, they're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, they've got a pain issue. X39 has the potential, based on all of the clinical studies, to help them in those areas. So we would love to share more with you and with them. Get back in touch with the person who invited you. They can give you more information. We're available. They can tap into us as well. And we would love to be expanding this journey with you with X39 and the LifeWave patches. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. It's been lovely sharing with you, and we would look forward to being in touch again. Any questions, reach out to us or the person that invited you, and we will see you again next week. Please invite your friends. We're doing this as a regular opportunity for people to come online and have a chat. And we would,
whatever you need to ask.
Whatever you need to ask, we will see you then. So lots of love, everyone. Bye for now.
See you guys. Bye.